So, Komurasaki is Hiyori. This is an interesting story development. I read a comment that said Komurasaki is Hiyori, but I did not think that was the case, since being royal and a prostitute, those two things don't go well together. By the end of the arc, the Kozuki family will be reinstated as the ruling family of Wano. So will that be a problem? Well, there are 2 points of view in this case. One is the point of view of people of Wano, and the second is us, the readers. For the people of Wano, Hiyori is not Komurasaki. They don't know her secret. And now that Komurasaki was killed and people of Wano think that she is dead, the case is closed for them. And about us, the readers, I think there are more to her story that Oda has revealed. But if indeed is the case that she did work as a prostitute, then the story of Kozuki family is getting darker and darker. Her father was killed in a horrible way. She got separated from her brother, her mother dies, and then she goes to work as a prostitute? And probably some of her clients, including Orochi, were the people who did those horrible things to her family. So yeah, if that is the case, then she had a horrible life. But if you look from the story's perspective, that could be a good thing. Because the more a character suffers, the more interesting they are as a character. But I don't think that is the case. Here's my theory about Hiyori. We know that Kyoshiro used to work for the old man that is in prison with Luffy. And then Kyoshiro took over the organization. The old man used to work for Oden, so Kyoshiro knew who Oden was and also Hiyori. It could be that he took Hiyori to protect her, and gave her a new identity, and it did work. The fact that even Orochi did not suspect a thing, Kyoshiro did a great job. And I don't think that she did work as a prostitute there. It was all an act. And that's why when she heard that Momonosuke has come in Wano and fight against Orochi, she did not want to be Komurasaki anymore, because there is no need anymore. And Kyoshiro did help her by killing Komurasaki so she can be Hiyori again. So that is my theory about Hiyori. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, Zoro did defeat the assassin sent by Orochi to kill Toko. The reactions of people there are really interesting. Toko is happy, she is celebrating. But here's the thing, she looks like that all the time. I wonder what is her case. Is she some kind of psycho? Anyway, about Gyukimaru, I wish Oda would have been more clear about him. Did he go away because he is scared of Zoro, and after seeing what he is capable of, he did realize that I have no chance here, and he will kill me as well? Or he thought, hey, this guy is a true warrior and not a fake. But if that is the case, then why didn't he give Zoro back the sword? Unless he went to take the sword, and next time he sees Zoro he will give him the black sword. And then we go to Kinemon and Inuarashi. They are talking about that their plans are uncovered. About that I did talk about in the previous videos. Something is not right here. Is it that Kaido has someone really smart on his side, or in the alliance is a spy? When Inuarashi was in Zou Island, he was wondering that how come the Kaido pirates were able to find the location of Zunisha. Since she is always moving, the only way to find where she is by using a Vivid card. But as of right now, I think it is more likely that Kaido has someone who is really good at this kind of things. Maybe Hawkins is using his cars to find out about their plans. And then we go to the Straw Hats, where Sanji is cosplaying Luffy in Gear 4 mode, with a little bit of help from Nami. I'm glad to hear what Nami said to Sanji, because when it comes to the Straw Hats, even though they are friends, but they never act like friends. So I'm glad that Nami did point out that to Sanji, but here's the thing. Sanji can do the same to Nami and say, hey, friends don't charge each other when they do something. I really wish one day the Straw Hats will behave like real friends with each other and not use those cliches and gimmicks. Anyway, and lastly we see Zoro, Hiyori and Toko in a house. So I guess this is where Hiyori plans to hide for now. When I saw all three of them in that house, I was thinking that they make an interesting family. They look good. Can you imagine Zoro having a wife and kids? There are a couple of scenes that are really funny, but the one that made me laugh the most is when Zoro tries to leave and Hiyori grabs his wounded arm. So Zoro has no problem that Hiyori is making him stay. He only said, why are you grabbing the wounded arm? So he wants to stay as well. You can tell that because he immediately agreed to stay. It was also funny when Hiyori said, you don't seem to be a bad person, but with hesitation. And Zoro's response was epic. You don't seem so sure about that. The way how I read that was, bitch please, I just saved your life. What more do you want? It is great to see that Oda is writing for the Straw Hats as real characters, and I just make them say the same cliché stuff over and over again. Usually Oda gives the best lines to the other characters, So it is nice to see a change that he is writing for the Straw Hats as real characters. Because in most cases in the past they are very one-dimensional. Like, I am Luffy, I love food. I am Zoro, I get lost all the time. I am Nami, I love money, etc. So that's why I'm very happy with what Oda did with the Straw Hats in this chapter, more specifically with Nami and Zoro. And how we will see more things like that because they are great characters, and when used right, the scenes are always great. Anyway, what did you guys think about the chapter? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, like, share and subscribe for more One Piece videos, and see you in the next video.